what are your overall thoughts for season 2 of Lower Decks? Compared to season 1, was it as good or better? Do you expect season 3 to be even better? What do you guys think? For me, season 2 was very, very good. I was very happy with it. Super entertaining. As you guys were saying earlier, it does have the heart of 90s Star Trek, where the people care about each other. They have their little squabbles, but they really truly care about each other, and they want what's best for each other. Even Mariner and Boimler that are like, oil and water, but then at the same time they're like water and water sometimes, But what do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm excited. I've loved season 2. It's been a lot of laughs, and to echo what everybody else has said, it's nice to see them still build relationships even though there's like a one-off episode here and there. You still have the continuity of those relationships and how they're growing, and it's organic, it's not forced. And the writing is amazing, and so much fun. It's a great time to watch.
We said.
I think season 2 is better than season 1. They've really hit their stride as far as figuring out some of the character dynamics and stuff like that. And I just have one more thing. I think looking back at original series, there's so much kind of goofy and campiness about that show. Kirk fighting the Gorn and all that kind of stuff, and they've really embraced that sort of feel to the show. And I think that's what's so great is kind of taking all the new stuff that's happened since, but also still embracing that campy goofiness of the original series.
Real quick in the chat, we've got Chuck A says it's better. Kimber Spore says it's better. Linda Andarag says it's better. Chuck A says better is better. Michael Kenyon Rosenberg says hot water and cold water. Scott Jensen says 2 was better. What if it gets really good later like other Trek? We are fortunate. Okay.
Better.
Yeah.
Strong consensus.
Yeah. I'm afraid to see what happens if it actually gets good, because I'm already enjoying it.
Totally. It's already good. We're gonna blow up.
I just want to say that I loved the last episode so much.
Me too.
Because it really it gave me that Star Trek universe feel.
Yes.
And that has been something that I've always wanted to see in Trek. And we have gotten that actually with short treks, but not to the extent that. Well, no, we've gotten that with short treks, but I love the fact that this half-hour episode featured what's going on the Cerritos, but also on the Klingon ship, the Vulcan ship, even got the Packlets, red alarm, all that. And then just when you thought it was like, bam, awesome episode, they hit you right during the credits with the Borg. So it was
just pretty funny.
Yeah, it was freaking hilarious. But I love those separate stories. I love the fact that we're seeing this ship, this adventure aboard this Klingon ship. We're seeing the Vulcans do that. I love that. And it really to me it upped the game of Lower Decks in a way that that's going to easily bring a whole lot more to the show. I have to say that I truly do agree with what Sirach was saying when he said that this show really could go on for seasons. Seasons.
Totally.
Because there's so much you could do with it, with the initial storyline, the initial characters, bringing back legacy characters, introducing new characters. That you could do everything with this show. I mean, because it's animation, but it's done so smartly, and anybody who was on the show could could literally come back in whatever way, shape, or form they would. Even if you're going to have like Jeffrey Combs who comes back as a totally different character, and it's just awesome.
And all the actors would want to work on it because they don't have to go sit through makeup. They don't have to put on pants. They could walk in Crocs. Rico,
I'm not wearing pants now, and I do.
I know. I'm glad that you mentioned the 5 different ships. By the way, I know I'm not the only one that watched the entire credits just to see if the Borg were going to do anything at all. Like I was just watching, like, is there going to be a fly that hits them? Are they going to?
Somebody's going to yawn, or
But I do want to point out that our good friend Mike McMahan, who has been on our show and who is clearly an A+ Star Trek fan.
Oh yeah.
I do want to point out that on his Twitter, give him a follow on Twitter. Let me show you this real quick.
Screen share.
Yeah. One moment, please. There we go. So I don't know if you guys saw this floating around the last couple days. Which ship would you guys want to serve on? The Borg cube, the Cerritos, Klingon ship, Vulcan ship, or the Clump ship Pac-Led?
I'm hungry. You should eat. You're so smart.
One thing I'm very curious.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think I would probably have to choose the Cerritos.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I've always been a Klingon fan, so I'd want to at least do a Riker and like put some time on the ship.
Nice.
Like do a exchange.
Very curious if future seasons of Lower Decks will pick up on more of the modern Trek. They've kind of not touched it. I kind of doubt it, actually, but it'd be interesting to see if they pick up on a little bit of Discovery or Picard, or when Strange New Worlds opens, or heck, even Prodigy, depending on when it happens.
It seems like that the new shows kind of all want to stay in their lanes a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking they won't, but it would be interesting. Maybe they'll do it if one of them ends. Maybe if Picard ends, they'll then do one after that.
Although we got a Rito shirt.
It's true.
Oh, I love that shirt.
Yeah, that's true. That's a nice reference. So Mike McMahan also tweeted today, we have a cool new ship in this week's Lower Decks finale, the USS Archimedes, an Obena-class ship inspired by the Excelsior class, which is still in service, but larger with some other changes. How cool is it that Mike McMahan is a spaceship nerd like some of us? I'm definitely not one of the biggest spaceship nerds, but we know a lot of people that are. Looking at you, Andre Kottman. But check out this new ship. Pretty cool.
And Peter Karuba.
Yeah, Peter Karuba. My goodness. That guy's a huge Star Trek nerd. I mean, Star Trek ship nerd.
Both, Yeah, doesn't the new ship, the new Excelsior class, have like another deck or something? Looks like
pretty big deck, too.
Yeah. Wait, what are we talking about here?
Anyway, so let's talk about the what happened. You didn't know? No, it's got a really big deck.
Okay, so there you go. Hey, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Okay, moving on.